IFLE campuses student walking across quad headlines flash admissions overhaul legacy policy challenged elite colleges pushback. A major shift is in college admissions policy is rocking America's most elite universities. The US Department of Education has launched a federal investigation into the use of legacy preference, a practice that gives admissions advantage to applicants with family ties to alumni. Department of Education press release, Secretary Miguel Cardona at podium. The proof comes amid growing calls and to end what crisis call a generational privilege pipeline, especially after the Supreme Court struck down affirmative action in 2023. Secretary Cardona said that colleges must ensure admissions are based on merit, not family lineage. What is legacy admissions? Diagram showing family connections boosting applications changes. Legacy admissions have been around for decades, especially in Ivy League schools in Harvard, Yale, and Princeton. They are originally designed to keep wealthy, predominantly white families connected to their alma maters, and critics say they are contribute to reinforce racial and economic equality. Statistics at Harvard 29% of legacy applicants admitted versus 5% overall acceptance rate. At schools like Harvard, legacy applicants are nearly 6 times more likely to be admitted, even when their academic records are no stronger than those of other students. Protesters outside admission buildings, students with signs like "End Legacy Now." Student activities and civil rights groups have ramped up pressure, arguing that removing race as a consideration while keeping legacy status depends on the unfairness of college admissions. Civil rights leaders, ACLU statements, NAACP calls to action. The NAACP and ACLU have filed formal complaints saying the practice violates Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, which banned discrimination in federally funded programs. University president speaking at forums, headline change already underway. Some colleges are already making changes in the wake of the affirmative action ruling. Wesleyan University, Amherst, and Johns Hopkins have voluntarily eliminated legacy preference from their admission policies. Harvard and Yale under review. Others like Harvard and Yale are now under the microscope and facing tough questions about how legacy policies affect access, especially for first generation and low-income students. Student opening acceptance letters, Zoom interviews with first-gen students. Students say that if feels like we are competing in a race where some people start halfway down the track. Public opinion polls, 67% of Americans oppose legacy admissions. Public sentiment is shifting fast. Recent polls show that 2/3 of Americans across party lines oppose legacy preference, viewing them as out of touch with moral ideals of fairness, merit-based admission versus institutional tradition. Defenders of legacy policies argue that they foster alumni loyalty, that fundraising, helping schools offer financial aid. But opponents say it's time for colleges to put access and equity first, not with tradition. Supreme Court steps college acceptance envelopes US Department of Education seal. With the federal government now stepping in, the days of legacy advantages may be numbered, and the border debate over who gets in and why is far from over. DOE investigation ongoing, policy reviews expected by fall. In the post-affirmative action era, America's elite universities face a simple question with complicated answers. What does fairness in college admissions really look like? Follow us for more on education policy and social justice.